So how much money do you receive when you have a newborn in Canada? Let's find out today. Hey guys, it's Thomas here. As we all know, raising a kid is not an easy task, and this is especially true in a country with high cost of living like Canada. Fortunately, our government gives a lot of benefits to support for our next generation. So in this video, I'll be talking about the different child benefits that you can get from the Canadian government, starting from being pregnant to first 6 years of parenting and sending the kids to post-secondary education. Let's dive in. To start off, let's talk about the employment insurance for the parents. If you have been working and paying the EI premium, then the government will pay you 55% of your income every week, up to a weekly maximum of $573 per week. This benefit actually consists of two parts, the maternity leave and the parental leave. We shall examine each part separately. For the maternity leave, this can only be applied by the mother and has to be within 13 weeks of the expected due date. The amount that you receive for this benefit is 55% of your original income for the next 15 weeks, up to a maximum of $573 weekly. This benefit can be followed by the parental leave benefits, and you don't have to apply for them separately. You can apply for both at once. This is where things get interesting, because you have a choice to apply for the standard or the extended parental leave. For the standard benefits, parents can receive the payments for up to 40 weeks, but neither the mom and dad cannot receive more than 35 weeks of standard benefits. For example, let's say John and Mary are new parents, and Mary applied for both the maternity and the parental benefits. She will first receive 15 weeks of maternity benefit, followed by 35 weeks of parental benefits. The remaining 5 weeks of standard parental benefits would have to be taken by John. If they want to maximize the standard benefit, Mary can also decide to take 30 weeks of parental leave and let John take 10 weeks of parental leave, as long as they add up to 40 weeks. Again, if you choose the standard parental benefit, the benefit rate is 55% of your income and the weekly maximum is up to $573. But what if you need a longer time to take care of the newborn? Alternatively, you can apply for the extended parental benefit, which covers you up to 69 weeks. But one parent cannot receive more than 61 weeks of the extended benefits. If you choose the extended parental benefit instead, then the benefit rate is reduced to 33% of your income, and the weekly maximum is up to only $344. Whether you should choose the standard or the extended parental leave really depends on your family situation. Even though you will receive less per week, if you factor in the cost of childcare, it might make sense for some of you to go with the extended parental benefits. Once the newborn is here, the next benefit that we are going to look at is the Canada Child Benefit, or CCB for short. Starting in 2020, every child under 6 years of age can obtain up to $6,765 per year and up to $5,708 for every child between 6 and 17 years old. That's roughly $500 per month per child throughout the 18 years. This benefit can be applied once the child is born, so you can apply for it together with the birth certificate, and you can apply for this benefit as long as neither the parent is a tax-paying resident of Canada. Each family is going to receive a different amount because this benefit is income dependent, meaning low-income families will get higher payments. Unless your family household income is more than $200,000 this year, then you can get at least a portion of the money. To find out exactly how much you will receive from the CCB, you can use this online calculator from canada.ca. I will attach the link in the description box. What I like about the childcare benefit is that it's completely tax-free, so families don't have to pay taxes on payment received when they file their tax return. Next up, let's talk about the benefit that is related to education. Education is probably one of the most important things for a child. So as you may expect it, there are many benefits that help the children with their education. In Canada, children receive free education from the age of 6 all the way they are 18, but since most of the daycare for children under 6 are not free, except for the in-law daycare or the granny daycare, subsidies are given out to help with childcare. This benefit is given out by the provincial governments, so they are going to be different for each province. Take BC for example. That's the Affordable Child Care Benefit, which gives out a maximum of $1,250 per month. Normally, the younger the child, the higher the subsidy the parents will receive. However, families in BC with a combined income of over $110,000 do not qualify for these benefits. And for more details, I will put the BC Affordable Child Care Benefit link in the description box as well. Also in Canada, cost of childcare is tax deductible, but it has to be claimed by the parents that has a lower income. Maybe you ask, what if one of the parents isn't working and does not have an income? Unfortunately, in that case, they won't be able to enjoy this benefit because the government will assume the parents that doesn't work will be able to provide care for the child. So what kind of benefits are there for kids that are over 18? Unless the child receives some sort of scholarship, most of the post-secondary institution requires you to pay, and the tuition isn't cheap. This is where the RESP comes into play. Registered Education Savings Plan, short for RESP, is a savings account registered with the Government of Canada. For every dollar you save in the RESP, the government will match it 20%. In other words, if you contribute $2,500 a year, the government will grant you $500. To the smart parents out there, if you're using the paycheck that you got from the child care benefit and contribute back to the RESP, then pretty much you're using free money to attract more money. There are many details and rules on the RESP, and I simply cannot cover everything in this video. You can go back to my previous videos to check out the details for the RESP. And finally, as a bonus, there's one more child benefits out there, but this is for BC resident only. In BC, families with children may qualify for the Property Tax Deferment Program. As the name suggested, basically it's a low-interest loan program that allows you to defer your property tax on your principal residence. This is a good program to take advantage of for families who are in need of cash flow, as it will allow you to defer paying the property tax until the time of selling the house or when the child is grown up. To find out if you qualify for this program, you can check the link down below. With the interest rate sitting at prime now, it might be an advantage to leverage this low interest rates and invest if the return is higher than this interest rate. For families that are over the age of 55, they can further leverage this as the loan rate will be further reduced to 0.45% at the moment. If this is something that you want to consider, you're more than welcome to contact me to discuss further. I know taking care of the newborn can be overwhelming physically, mentally, and financially. Bottom line is there are many benefits that you can receive from both the provincial and the federal government. I hope you learned something new in this video. If you like the content, smash the like button for me so more people can see this video. As always, if you want to learn how money works and how you can work with money, then I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!